It is great to have you back here at Coin Lady channel. First up, folks, is this ex-employee of Takeaway who was found guilty of £2 billion worth of cryptocurrency fraud. The rise of a former takeout worker from a modest living situation whose involvement in elaborate financial crime exemplifies the complexities of cryptocurrency and the efforts of law enforcement to combat its misuse. The worker was convicted in a groundbreaking money laundering case after being linked to cryptocurrency wallets worth over £2 billion. Have you ever noticed that these are simply tales that will be featured prominently in newspapers and other mainstream media outlets? For the simple reason that they would like the general public to believe that cryptocurrency is exclusively utilized by criminals. That includes in modern conversations about cryptocurrency. Surely it's utilized for illicit activities like drug trade and money laundering. They ask. You can reassure them that these are only a few rare incidents and that crypto is far more than what they initially thought. In addition, the widespread use of fiat currency far outweighs that of cryptocurrencies. However, that was the storyline they consistently advocated, even as the cryptocurrency market is beginning to show signs of improvement. Furthermore, major banks are only now beginning to engage with cryptocurrency. They persist in consistently attempting to promote this storyline. According to Wall Street analysts, it's fortunate to be able to get XRP at such low prices. As a result, Linda Jones is repeating her earlier message that the price is irrelevant and that you shouldn't be concerned about it. Building on her earlier statement, Jones brought attention to the fact that private ledgers use XRP as their foundation currency. She also mentioned that 400 banks have reached out to Ripple about using XRP for cross-border transactions. In the end, she said, "We are in a fortunate time. At crypto, we were first. Also, in a few years from now, people would wish they could relive this moment in time. Purchase XRP at affordable costs. You know, when people whine about the price, they will eventually come to appreciate how fortunate they were. Reason being, the change is already visible. Years are no longer a consideration. You know, the next few months will see events that alter the crypto landscape at a dizzying rate. Mica is going to be the spearhead. Crypto will not be able to achieve mass use until rules are established about it. At that point, the cryptocurrency market will begin to boom. In the year 2024, in February, the entire financial landscape is changing. According to the Central Bank of Ireland, someone needs to wake up these people. This isn't limited to academics either. This data is being pumped out by banks. You will never see all of it covered by the mainstream. People in the know aren't even interested in broaching the subject of cryptocurrency. However, financial institutions would prefer that you be aware of what is to come. Our climate is changing as a result of trends and population shifts, AI and other technical advancements, along with the fast digitization of society and the expansion of social media, are having an impact on people's daily lives, neighborhoods, the actual economy, and the banking industry. The global trajectory and, by extension, the financial system, are being influenced by these dynamics and trends toward global fragmentation. There is a shift happening in the financial system, according to the banks. However, it is evident that this is not being given any attention. They are overly concerned with cost, because everyone is for that get-rich-quick scheme. Most people are currently preoccupied with Bitcoin, to the point where they're oblivious to meme coins. After this next run-up to 3XRP, what will Bitcoin actually give you? From its current position, it can easily give you a 40x return by 2030. Many continue to believe that a $27 XRP will occur. It appears on X every single day, but you have to look at the broader picture. Coinciding with the tech supercycle sentiments driven by aberrant institutional adoption, there are two more mentions of a crypto supercycle. Therefore, it is currently being said that a crypto supercycle could happen, at the same time that they're predicting a tech supercycle. My prediction is that cryptocurrency prices will skyrocket, but with institutions jumping on the bandwagon all at once, we may begin to see some practical use for these cryptocurrencies, which could drive up their prices in the near run. Take tokenization as an example. It's all over the news these days. Somewhere, a few of years ago, tokenization would be brought up. Now that it's everywhere, all that value will go into these networks, driving up the price of cryptocurrencies. IoT will also start to play a role eventually. How big of a role it will play initially is anyone's guess, but it will become increasingly important. Sending money across international borders. It's the topic of conversation right now. They are beginning to understand that everyone wants real-time payments. So that's where the concentration is. I mentioned before that everything is happening at the moment. And now that other countries are catching up to the US, they're speeding up everything. That is the reason why I believe things are starting to move along at a faster pace here. Also, adoptions will occur. That much is certain. And it will be slow at first, then incremental, and then suddenly, it will boom, even in the new financial system they're talking about, which is part of the Great Reset. Since everyone is focusing on Bitcoin and trying to convince others that it will replace the US dollar and that the US will adopt it, many are now beginning to argue that Bitcoin will be completely irrelevant once the new financial system is operational. Simply said, utility-driven cryptocurrencies will continue to attract the majority of attention. Plus, banks can't actually benefit from Bitcoin in order to succeed in the digital age. It is critical to digitize the back office. Also, VSA has been telling us the same thing. Despite their best efforts, you're still sluggish and pricey, yet they release these fantastic apps. That is why I will keep holding XRP. It alters that. And that is where the focus is at the moment. You know, even the front-end cash apps, as beautiful and popular as they are, remain connected to that same backend. And that's the reason why processing times are greater. There are still a lot of costs attached to the majority of payments made today. Krona uses Nosotros Fusion Complete Messaging, which is integrated into our 3/4 platform and powered by Ripple. Krona and similar systems rely on its multi-network connectivity, which allows for interoperability with Treasury, ERP, and other payment systems that aren't yet completely enabled for STP processing. Fusion Comprehensive Messaging improves security and compliance by retaining transactions for 10 years with a complete audit trail. In the last of the 8 pilot reports for Krona, Sweden investigates offline payments. Our information suggests that they are collaborating with Ripple as well. Well, that concludes our video. As always, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a comment with your opinions. Muchas gracias. Depart.